Good morning, this is Kellaland on the Go, with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
Investigators in Eagle Butte say they're looking into a vehicular homicide that happened Sunday.
Cheyenne River Sioux Tribe law enforcement says officers responded to a report of a vehicle that hit a 27-year-old woman. When officers arrived, they say the vehicle had already left the scene. The woman was taken to the hospital where she died from her injuries.
Authorities say the suspects involved were eventually located and taken into custody. An investigation is underway.
Sioux Falls police say they've arrested a person they were looking for at a Sioux Falls business Saturday evening. This video, taken outside of Charlie's Pizza in southern Sioux Falls on Western Avenue, shows officers with weapons drawn outside the building around 6:15 Saturday evening.
Police later told us they were looking for a person connected to a prior incident, but they weren't able to give us any details on what the incident was. Police say they have arrested the individual who they were searching for, and there is no ongoing danger to the public.
People all over Kellaland are starting to notice an increase in the mosquitoes.
In Sioux Falls, city crews have started spraying in the northern part of the city, where they're seeing a higher concentration. So far, there's good news and bad news when it comes to the numbers they've found in their traps.
Well, we have had some pretty early warm weather, so we have quite a few of our nuisance mosquitoes out, but not many of our disease-carrying mosquitoes yet.
So that's good news.
It's good news, yep. It's not great for summertime recreation, but it's good for prevention and public health.
If you'd like to get alerts on your phone when the city is spraying for mosquitoes, we have that information with this story on our website.
Now let's get a check of our weather with meteorologist Scott Munn. Good morning, Scott.
Good morning, Travis. Good morning, everybody. Rather chilly morning with temperatures in the 30s in the hills. Some areas even reporting temperatures in the 20s. It looks like we have numbers in the 40s, low 50s for just about everybody else, and that's below average. We'll have temperatures close to average today with numbers in the upper 70s to lower 80s for many. Also following developing thunderstorms, maybe later this afternoon and evening. Best chance for that north central into northeastern South Dakota. And Brian will have more details on your forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. Over the weekend, Voices Against Cancer hosted the 5th annual 605 Pop Culture Con.
But the convention is about more than comics, movies, and collectibles. Every dollar raised helps support families impacted by pediatric cancer.
We saw it was for a really good cause too. We said absolutely, we will drive up. We're from Nebraska, so we drove up from Lincoln, Nebraska up here, and we've had a lovely time so far and are hopefully going to come back when they do it again too.
Nikki Verkamp and her sister run Pins of Marvel and Magic. As a teacher, Verkamp said the cause made attending the convention an easy decision.
While LGBTQ+ advocates say they often struggle with acceptance, they were overjoyed to see multiple families in the audience at Saturday's Pride Parade.
For many participants, seeing that message of acceptance at home is the most impactful part of the day.
I'm excited by all the families that are around and people who are bringing their kids, their whole family, and just showing that belonging and community is something that's good for all ages and that everyone is welcome.
Thousands of people were gathered along the sidewalks on Phillips Avenue to see the parade go by and show their support.
Fernson Brewing Company is launching a new pizza concept in downtown Sioux Falls.
After a year of burgers and sandwiches, Totally Rad Pizza opened inside the Harvester building on Saturday. Director of Food and Beverage, Bo Vondra, says pizza was always a plan for a second space with a focus on hand-stretched, tavern-style crust.
The goal is to create a fun, laid-back spot that invokes the child in everyone.
We take what we do very seriously, the food, the drinks, and everything, the service and everything that we do, but we don't take ourselves very seriously. And that's kind of the point. It's to have fun with what we do.
Totally Rad Pizza opened on Saturday with full service on the main level.
Let's look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get another check of your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, watching that weather today, looks like temperatures after a kind of a cool start, we're going to warm back up into the upper 70s and low 80s this afternoon. The winds will be a little gusty too. Of course, western South Dakota today going 20 to 40. I do want to point out a couple of cells on radar late this afternoon. North central, the northeast, it looks like some of these will spark, and then whatever does form on radar, it's going to track to the southeast. So keep that in mind. If you see something, upstream to your northwest on your Storm Tracker app, anticipate you could get some rainfall and a few bolts of lightning and maybe some gusty winds. This activity, though, will be scattered at best. So that's how we would phrase that. But Sioux Falls is even tossed into the potential there of a couple of those things early this evening. Now, overnight tonight, I think we'll reset here. We've got more clouds developing in the northwest, a couple of showers to kick off Tuesday morning in the northwest, but not anything here big time for rainfalls. I don't want to advertise that, but I would say by Tuesday night, real late in the evening, let's see if some thunderstorms start to fire up in North Dakota. Some of those could include Aberdeen and Watertown through the overnight period, and we'll drop a little south wind ahead of that low. That low, see how that's straddling from Fargo to Minneapolis, and along that axis, it looks like the rain chance will be best on Wednesday. Now, this low is going to do a couple important things. There will be a few little spokes of rain that'll come into South Dakota. I don't want to ignore that, but I also think the dominant story is going to be all this wind. 45 to 50 mile an hour winds are going to come rushing in on the backside of this low. And so just remember that. I think that's probably your biggest takeaway. Here's the particular map there. We've paused this at 2 in the afternoon on Wednesday. And look at that from Rapid City to Sioux Falls. That is a lot of wind for mid-June levels. You don't normally see a wind map that strong this time of the year, but we've got that drawn up here for you on Wednesday afternoon. And then looks like the winds will settle down on Thursday into Friday as this weather system begins to move to the east. Could there be more rain by the weekend? Yeah, there could be. We're watching that too. Looks like another disturbance moving our direction here with maybe some deeper moisture. That would be very important for the driest sections of Kettleland. In fact, many of us that have had some rain. Sioux Falls, the last couple of weeks, hasn't rained much in the city proper. So I know many people are talking about that. We'll keep an eye on those showers and thunderstorms. All right, 82 today in Winter, 82 Mitchell. Let's keep an eye on that radar picture again in the northeast and the north central. I'd like to hit the rain chance at least at a 50-50 shot on Wednesday for Sioux Falls. Your best chances on Wednesday will definitely go up through Aberdeen and Watertown. That's a 70% chance of rain. It could carry over into early Thursday. It's going to turn cooler, though, on Thursday, high just 72. And then those weekend rain chances will include the northeast, but not a warm week here. Looks like Pierre also will jump to about 82 tomorrow, 80 on Wednesday. That's a 40% chance of a scattered shower or thunder shower. But just like I showed you before, a lot of wind going to come through western South Dakota too. Highs in the mid 70s on Wednesday and Thursday. Check out more details on the weather at kettleland.com.